Nearly all these houses on Piedmont, from my old house right here at 6065 on down, are vacant, empty, or burned out. Pretty sure a couple of them are being squatted in. And towards the end of the block here at Dayton, it's where my neighbors Ann Makowitz used to live, and my old neighbor George lived there. He was a good guy. Their houses are still in pretty good shape, luckily. There's a stray dog. I don't know if you got that in the camera. Turning on to Dayton here. Head north on Dayton here. Not sure if this violates the driving while texting law, but it's Detroit, and anything's legal as long as you don't get caught. And with lack of police in this town, I doubt I have anything to worry about. Coming up to Westwood Street here. Making a right onto Westwood. It's been a while since I've been down here. I used to ride my bike a lot to my friend Tony's house. He and his family used to live in the neighborhood, as did many of my friends. Westwood and Paul right now. It's another burnt out house, another broken into house. So many of them around here. It's just the devastation is remarkable. The sad thing about this is that it's not even the worst neighborhood in Detroit. It's still one of the better ones, albeit a broken one. Down here, there's some abandoned houses. It's not good. When I grew up here, there was rarely an abandoned house, if ever one. A lot of families living in them. Approaching Whitlock and Westwood. There's a house that in Dearborn would be a pretty prime real estate, a corner house there with a detached two-car garage. In Detroit, it's abandoned. Probably go for less than $10,000, if that. Continue down Westwood. Some devastation over here. I'll let this car pass me. Guys probably wondering what the hell I'm doing. Let's continue to drive down here. We're approaching my old friend Tony Corey's house. It's coming up on the left here, just a little bit. I'll slow down as we get there. There it is, 6887 Westwood. Over here, it's not in as great of shape as it was when they lived there, of course. That's how many of the houses are in the neighborhood, but a lot better when you compare it to my house and my Aunt Betsy and Uncle Steve's house, which I'll show you in a minute. A kid named Charlie used to live in that house. We're coming up to West Warren Avenue and Westwood. Tongue twister there. There's the old Sema Market. Doghouse Coney, where go for breakfast and lunch a lot when I was younger. Harry's Army Surplus used to be there. It's just a parking lot now, or a used car lot. At Sawyer and Westwood, there's St. Peter and Paul's old school. It's now a charter school, National Heritage Academies. There's the magnificent church building over there on the right. We're making left onto Sawyer Avenue. We're gonna head towards Plainview. That's where my aunt and uncle and my 4 cousins grew up. My mom's twin sister. Naturally, our families are very close, only living a mile apart, and them being twin sisters. Still very close to this day. kid I went to high school with lived in that house at one time. It was pretty nice. It had just been finished on the inside, and now you can see it's just a complete wreck. Some guy taking shit out of his car. At the corner of Sawyer and Plainview. Alright, make sure no one runs a stop sign. Alright. Pull over to the side, let this guy pass me. Hopefully. Without incident. Alright. A lot of drug dealers and things like that in this street now. Completely different when I was young. I used to be able to walk, up to Baskin Robbins and things like that. Now it's just complete devastation. Greenhouse on the right is where my Aunt Betsy and Uncle Steve used to live. They moved out 2 years ago. They walked away from their house and bought a foreclosed one in Redford because they just couldn't take it anymore. It's just too bad of a neighborhood. Don't even necessarily feel safe getting out of the house or out of the car. As you can see, every house from here on up is abandoned. In the slow drive-by. Different kind of drive-by in Detroit. It's complete and utter devastation. It's almost like Katrina happened right here. Right. Turn. The old cash market on the right there, the party store we used to walk up to when the neighborhood was a bit safer. I was very young. The party store started getting seedy about 10, 15 years ago, so we stopped going there. But right now we're going to go around Dixon Elementary, where my cousins, when they were very young, went here when it was still a good school. Can't even be sure that it's open anymore. Like so many Detroit public schools, it's probably been shuttered and closed, facing an uncertain future. It's the playground in back of it. That about does it for this tour. I need to get out of the hood here and carry on with my errands. It's been a pleasure driving you through what's left of Warrendale, Michigan. Wow, look at this shit, man. This is insane. Complete, utter devastation. Oh, look at the water here. I think we're gonna make a turn around. The funny thing is, people were shocked when the census was released and they said that Detroit had around 713,000 people counted. People found that hard to believe, but when you drive through these neighborhoods that used to be populated with families and people that would take care of their property and things like that, and you see what you see today, it's not surprising at all. I actually predicted it'd be 700,000, so there are actually more people than I thought there would be. But, that's still pretty bad. Most people are saying 800,000. It's complete devastation. Alright, it's a green light guy, let's go. Are you serious? Christ. Alright, there we go. Alright, on Evergreen Road. I think I'm going to sign off now. We're getting a bit out of my, where I kind of grew up. I didn't really go north of Tireman very often as a child, so without much further ado, I would just like to sign off, and yeah. Stay tuned for more Mark's urban adventures.